Hey guys, we're doing a little bit of feeding today, and we're taking a look at some of our adult breeder snakes and seeing how they're doing, giving them some fresh water, checking their cage.
And this is a white-side bull snake, and her name is Mellow.
Miss Mellow, she looks like she's in shed, like she's about to shed her skin. And the way we know that is because if you look at her eyes, how gray and cloudy they are, that tells me that probably she's not going to eat. We're going to try it anyway. Let's see if we can get her a mouse here. Hey, calm down. Looky here. Let's see. Oh, smell that? Yum. Yummy, yummy. Come on. Oh, yes she did. Got it anyway. Bull snakes are great eaters. That's one of the things that I really like about bull snakes. Is they're usually really good eaters. Of course, she just turned this loose after I said that, so let's try it again. One thing about them, the reason she probably turned it loose, one thing about snakes when they're shedding is that they don't see very well because their eyes are clouded over. But we're going to let her go here, and actually take a look at this. Let's give you a close-up of her munching down on this rat snack. And if you hear a sound in this cage that sounds similar to a rattlesnake, what you see right here at the back of the tail here, you see how she's vibrating her tail? Now, bull snakes in the wild, oftentimes they'll get killed because people mistake them for rattlesnakes. Because of that right there, they shake their tail, and anytime it vibrates up against something like leaves or you know, some dry brush in their natural habitat, it makes that sound just like it's doing up against a newspaper here, and it sounds like a rattlesnake. People assume, well, it sounds like a rattlesnake, it looks similar to a rattlesnake, must be a rattlesnake, and so they kill it. But that is a common characteristic that is common of all snakes. They all do that type of tail vibration here. And even if you pick the tail up, you notice she's still doing it even in my fingers. So just something to think about, something to see. If you see that going on out in the wild, doesn't necessarily mean it's a rattlesnake. Doesn't mean that every snake that makes that sound is a venomous snake. All snakes do it. Bull snakes do it. King snakes do it. You know, it's just something that's common among snakes. Now, working with snakes, we all have our favorites. We have our animals that we love to work with, that we enjoy. And then we have those animals that, well, let's just say they're less than pleasant. This next snake that I'm fixing to take out here, she is, we nicknamed her Poo Slinger because she has this nasty habit of anytime you open her cage, she shakes her tail, she slings poo, and she's just a nasty animal to deal with. But she's ours, we take care of her, we treat her just the same as we do our other animals, but she is known to be just an aggravating cuss.
And she is a lavender king.
She's a lavender king snake. Now, she has bred with 3 of our males this year, and we definitely need to clean this cage up, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put her in a box to herself.
And there she goes with her tail.
We're probably going to need a shower after we do this. Hopefully, we can get her up. I'm probably be surprised if I don't either get bitten
or get poo all over you. And that's like, oh my gosh.
That is probably the calmest
that she's ever been.
This animal has ever been.
And you can see that her tail, well, it stopped now, but every single time that we're in front of her or we're going to clean her cage or get her out, that tail goes a wagging.
All right, let's take this out and wash it, and we'll show you her again when we take her out. We'll see if she's still that calm after we get her cage cleaned and get her cleaned up.
All right.
Now, occasionally with our bull snakes, when we're breeding king snakes, we have to be careful when we put 2 together. We can't leave them together because of the fact that king snakes eat other snakes. So we have to keep a close eye on them when we introduce them for breeding. Unlike our bull snakes here, like this pair of bull snakes, we'll put them together and we'll leave them together for some time. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the female out. This is a female hypomelanistic bull snake. We're going to take her out. We're going to return her back up here to her cage. Actually, let me straighten out her paper here. And I'm going to put her back up. We've had this pair of bull snakes together. This is a hypomelanistic bull snake. She's hypo because she has some black color pigment or some melon, but she doesn't have a lot, and that's why they call it hypomelanistic. It's a reduction of black color pigment. And we're going to put her back up here. She's a female.
Can you tell me what her name is?
She is het for albino, which means that in her bloodline, she's carrying this color. Now this is an albino bull snake. You can tell because of the pink eyes. And he has absolutely no melon. Now he's also het for hypo. So what happens when you breed a hypo het for albino to an albino het for hypo is hopefully we'll produce what's called sunglows, or a very, very pretty bright red and yellow bull snake. So we're going to see if we can get these two to eat real quick. We're going to give them both some water. We had them separate, or we had them put together for breeding. So we're going to give them both some water, and we're going to give them something to eat.
And if you're wondering, her name is Missy, and his name is Mo, because we name all of our snakes.
When we first tried to put them together to breed, she didn't seem interested, and my girls used to always say, well, looks like she don't want no Mo.
Yep, if you don't want no Mo.
All right, so let's see if we can get Missy here. How about a big rat sandwich? Come on, there we go.
There she goes.
There we go. And let's see if we can get our buddy Mo here to enjoy a snack. Senor Mo. There we go. So we got those two eating, and we're going to show you another bull snake here. Now this next bull snake that I'm going to show you is actually a hypo white-sided bull snake. This is a really, really pretty bull snake. This is a combination of the two bulls that you saw earlier. One was the white side bull that had the white down the side, and the hypomelanistic bull, Missy, that we just showed you. This is a combination of those two traits together in the same snake. It creates a hypo white side. We've actually seen some people call these ghost bulls because they resemble what we think about when we think of ghost, a white vanishing pattern. So we're going to see. We named the snake Hissy because she was very, very hissy. Bull snakes are known to hiss a lot, and of course she used to hiss a lot. You see she's doing the tail vibration.
And there she goes with her hissing.
And there you hear the hissing. And that is why we named her Hissy.
And she's gotten a lot better because we started handling her a little bit more. Every single time we open her cage, usually she comes out hissing. So that's why we named her Hissy.
Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed looking at some of our bull snakes. We're going to take a break and finish up, and we'll be back with you in a few moments. We told you earlier that we were going to take our Pushling and King snake out of its cage and clean it. We got the cage clean, we got it put back in our rack here. We're going to take her out here and just see how she's going to behave. We actually fed her a meal while she's in here, and come on, be nice. No poo-slinging. You know, maybe we should start filming the cleaning of this cage more often. Folks, I kid you not, she is never that easy to work with off camera. Usually you don't get out of working with this snake without some blood or some poop on you somewhere. But thankfully we didn't have that experience today. We'll show you again another time. Maybe you'll get to see what we're talking about. Until then, thanks for watching. One of our next snakes we're going to show you here is a albino king snake. And this little girl here is absolutely loaded with eggs. We bred her some while back, and one of the ways we could tell that they're loaded with eggs is we run our hand down the back part of the body, and it actually feels like a string of pearls. And we're going to clean her cage up because today's cage cleaning day. We're going to get the old paper out, and going to vacuum the cage out here a little bit while my daughter holds her. And give me just a second to vacuum this out. The nice thing about using the oversized newspaper that we use is that it usually keeps the cage cleaning very, very easy because when they do go to the bathroom, it's all on top of the newspaper. And you just put back in fresh paper. We vacuum the cages just in case there's a little bit of powdery residue. Sometimes when snakes go to the bathroom, there'll be a little powder in the cage.
Or little sheds.
Urates and whatnot. But anyway, this is our albino
Frack.
king snake.
Yes, that really is her name.
Now, my girls, they name these snakes, and they named this one Frack. Of course, the male is Frick, so we got a pair of king snakes, albinos, Frick and Frack. And again, she is full of eggs, and we're going to give her some water, and we're going to see if we could get her to eat. Now, it's probably unlikely that she's going to feed. And the reason why it's unlikely is because having all this mass of eggs down here, generally a female won't be interested in eating when her body's filled up with so many eggs.
Let's see if we get her back in here.
So we're going to try it one more time, see if she'll take some interest. But it seems like she's showing no interest at all. Her eyes were cloudy. It's kind of hard to tell on an albino because they have the pink eyes, but her eyes were actually cloudy and they've cleared up, which means she's about to go into what we call a pre-egg laying shed. And what that means is she'll shed her skin, and then in approximately 10 to 14 days later, she'll lay her clutch of eggs. And so she doesn't seem very interested in feeding. We're going to just put her back and let her enjoy her new nice clean cage. The next snake I want to show you real quick here is a white-sided king snake. Now we call this snake PK, and the reason we named the snake PK is it stands for pre-killed. That's all this snake will eat. It'll only eat pre-killed rats. It absolutely refuses to kill and eat live prey. So we named this snake PK, or short for pre-kill, and we're going to see, generally speaking, she won't even constrict. Usually what we have to do is put the rat in the cage, leave it in here for an hour or two, come back and check later to see if she's eating it.
She likes to eat by herself without anybody watching her.
She's a private eater.
So we got a couple left here. This is Frosty. Now Frosty is our male
Hypo white-side king snake.
Hypo white-side king. He is a very, very good breeder for us. Now he's a little bit smaller than some of our female kings, but he is a very, very good breeder. He is, again, he's a white-side, and he's also hypomelanistic. So we're gonna let you watch him eat real quick. He's a really good feeder, so we'll see. He should have a strong feeding response. There we go.
There he goes.
Give him some fresh, clean water. And we appreciate you guys joining us. We'll show you some more animals on a later video, but as for now, thank you for watching Cold Blood Creation.